guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm finally giving a full in-depth review of the Hermès Constance 18. Mine is in the color Verriquet with gold hardware in Swift leather. I'm gonna go into every detail that I can think of from the history of the brand, how I've been liking it, pros, cons, what fits, Modshots, prices, if overall I think it's worth it. I recently took quite a long trip to South Africa, and this is one of the two bags that I took on that trip, and basically the one that I use for almost every single day of it. And I definitely got to see how it is to use it on a daily basis, the things that I find a little bit annoying and the things that I loved. So first, I got this bag from Christmas. I got it from Redelux, which many of you will be familiar, but in case you're not, basically Redelux is my favorite and in my opinion the best place to buy pre-loved bags or brand new bags that you cannot really find in store, which was the case for this. They specialize in Hermès bags and Chanel, but they do have many different brands in case you want to browse their website. Everything is authentic. I've shopped from them for so many years now, since 2019, and so many bags from my collection are actually from them. They are based in the US, but their shipping is amazing. I ended up making the decision that I wanted to go for this bag because I saw that it was in stock for a while. I follow them on Instagram, and from the moment that I saw that Georgia unboxed this bag and that it was available, I fell in love with it. But basically this exact shade of green, which is Verriquet, is so hard to find. I tried to put on my wish list at the store a couple of times, and it's just very hard to come by, and it's not very likely that you're gonna get an offer specifically with the specs that you want. And I also love Swift leather, also box. They're my two favorite Hermès leathers. So when I saw that they had a Constance 18, that I've been meaning to get a Constance and try it out for such a long time in Verriquet in Swift, I just really loved it, and I ended up going for it at the beginning of December and just saved it for Christmas. Every single year they have the most beautiful Christmas packaging, so wanted to wait for them to have the Christmas packaging, and then I placed the order. I am located in Barcelona, they're in the US, and their shipping was, no kidding, 2 days. I think I placed the order on a Monday and the bag was in my hands on a Wednesday. They also cover customs, so no matter where you're shopping from, there's not gonna be any extra costs. They have also such amazing customer service, and I love the content that Georgia and Hunter create on Instagram. Would highly recommend to follow them because that's where you get to see the bags that they get in stock before they hit the website, and they share little videos and close-ups of every single bag alongside with a lot of educational content regarding luxury brands and bag comparisons. So if you were in between, I don't know, Birkin or Kelly, they have a lot of content about that. So yeah, I just want to highly recommend them if you're looking for a very specific piece or just vintage. They also have amazing vintage pieces, and I do have a discount code with them for anyone interested in any bag, and it gives you 150 USD off. This is the biggest discount code that they have ever given me, so I definitely use it myself. So for anyone interested, everything is going to be linked in the description box down below. So going a little bit more into the background of the Constance, the bag was introduced in 1959. It was designed by Catherine Chaillet, who named the bag in honor of her newborn daughter Constance. It has an adjustable strap and the classic H buckle. It does not have any pockets on the back. The bag got very popular because of Jackie Kennedy, and now the Constance, depends on the store that you go to, it can be considered a quota bag, but it's definitely one of the Trinity, which is the Birkin, the Kelly, and the Constance. You also have to get on the wish list. It's very hard to get. The price point is also very similar. Of course, this goes from leather to leather and also the size of the bag, but this depends where you are if you need to get on the wish list or not, because in some places this is not actually a quota, so it really depends on the country. The Constance does come in different sizes. You have the Constance slim wallet. This is actually a wallet, but you can definitely add a strap on it. I really love mine, and I think that it's a very cute marker bag. You then have the mini size, then you have the 18, then you have the 24, then we have the Elan that is 25 centimeters, and there's actually an oversized one, but it's very hard to find. The measurements, I'm gonna say them in centimeters, but I'm gonna put them on inches on the screen. And as a name, it has 18 centimeters for 15 and 4, but this bag does expand quite a lot, which was quite a surprise for me. My favorite way to wear the bag is actually as a shoulder bag. It is actually a really good length for crossbody. I was very much used to using my Chanel classic flaps as crossbody bags, and the strap is shorter, so this one being longer definitely sits lower, and it's very easy and very comfy to use as a crossbody. There's also a way where you can use it as a top handle bag. And regarding the H, which is a bit loud, I would say that this is one of the loudest bags that Hermès offers. The rest of their bags are very discreet when it comes to logos, but this one does have the big H, which is the closure. But I do have to admit, it's a very secure closure, and I'm starting to like it a lot. Now on the inside, this is how it looks. It has this big compartment in the back with quite a big pocket here in the back, and the one in the front is not as big as this one, but still fits a substantial amount and has two small pockets right here. And the bag does come with a little mirror on the inside, and the bag can be very compact, but you can also fill it up and it will expand. You can get the Constance in many different leathers. Probably the most popular one is Epsom. Mine is in Swift, and Swift is a fine-grained leather. It's very soft, and it also could be considered as one of the delicate leathers that Hermès offers. However, when it comes to colors, it's one of my favorite leathers. You can see a bag in vertical in different leathers, and it changes also the way that the bag looks completely. So for me, when it comes to especially pastels and vibrant colors, this is one of the best leathers that you can go with, and it just looks so beautiful. Also important to note that if you scratch Epsom leather, that cannot be repaired. It's harder to scratch, yes, but once it's there, it's there. And when it comes to Swift, you can often just rub scratches off and it's just gonna go away. I was very much open to trying either the Constance 18 or the 24, but I'm actually really happy that I went for the 18 because for the summer this is going to be such an amazing bag. Now that I have this one, I would be more than happy to try the 24 in a more neutral color, like any black, brown, gray. I would absolutely love a 24 in black box leather. I think that would be amazing. But going into what fits inside of the bag, I did talk about this in one of my monthly favorite videos where I said that my first impression of the bag is that it didn't really fit that much, but that it was because I was very scared of really filling it up and let the bag stretch out. However, when I took it to South Africa, I just kind of had to put my stuff inside, and it does fit quite a bit, and surprisingly more than what I expected. So I can show you the things that I usually put inside of my bag. I usually use very small wallets, so these tend to be my go-to. I also love the Constance Slim, but that wallet is a bit too big to wear on mini bags, and I would consider this one a mini bag, so it's kind of a waste of space. So these are the two that I tend to use, but I would say the card holder is the one that I tend to use the most. So we're gonna put this one here, and just to prove that larger items do fit, this is my vlogging camera and it's the Osmo Pocket 3. I put this one every single day alongside with a little tripod inside of the Constance, and it fits perfectly right here. On top of it, I'm gonna put my sunglasses, a lipstick. This one I would put it in the front, AirPods also in the back, and let's say I'm traveling, let's add my passport to the back pocket. And I still have plenty of space for keys or any other smaller items. And this is the bag closed. As I said, it does expand quite a lot, and it does fit more than enough for me even when I'm traveling or vlogging and out and about. In my opinion, this is such a good travel bag because even if it's small, it does pack quite a lot. It's crossbody, it doesn't take a lot of space, so it's not a bulky bag. I would just put it inside of its dust bag and inside of my bigger tote, and it didn't really take much space. And I also really like the fact that it's a very casual bag. Now going into the price, this specific bag in store in Swift leather retails for 9,700 USD or 8,500 euros. However, on the resale market, it's gonna go for way higher than that, especially if you go for the classic black, gold, grays, or very hard to find colors such as pastel pinks, pastel greens, Velvet being one of those very hard to find pastels. But the most popular and common one is going to be in Epsom. So I'm gonna put on the screen the price right now for a Constance 18 in Epsom and also for the Constance 24 in case the price difference between sizes is a factor. Now talking about the pros and cons, starting with the pros, I feel like it's a very versatile bag. Depends on the color, it can be worn from day to night. You have crossbody, you have shoulder, and again you can also wear it as a top handle if you want. It does hold quite a lot, and something that I also like a lot about the H is that nothing sticks out, nothing is gonna grab anything. Sometimes with the Birkin and the Kelly, with the turn lock, you can grab onto things, especially when it comes to sweater and clothing. It's a very lightweight bag. I do have to admit it's one of the most comfortable bags to wear crossbody that I own. And it's a classic bag that it's gonna retain its value, not gonna go out of style, and you have different sizes and different colors to choose from. I do have 4 cons that I want to point out. The first one is that the hardware does scratch very easily, which I don't really mind, but I just want to let everyone know that the hardware is going to scratch. But please, please, please do not leave the stickers on your bag, because if you do it for too long, the glue on the sticker is going to damage the hardware. The stickers are meant to be peeled off and the hardware is meant to be scratched, which is okay. I know that we want our bags to remain as new as possible for the longest time, but they're meant to be used. They're gonna get scratched, they're gonna get stained, and if you want to get the Constance, the hardware is definitely going to get scratched. Number 2, and maybe this is because I just got used to it, but it doesn't have a back pocket, and I love back pockets. It's one of my favorite features on bags usually because it's very easy access. I think it could have a back pocket. I understand that design wise this looks cleaner, but it would make the bag just a bit more amazing. If you have long nails, it's going to be very tricky to open the bag with the clasp, and you might scratch the bag in the process, especially if it's a delicate leather. It opens up by putting your nail underneath here. My nails are long, but not too long that it's an issue. But definitely I can see it being a problem for anyone that likes to have longer nails. And the last con is that if you put lipstick or smaller items on the top of the bag, you can see this gap here, and you tilt the bag, they're probably gonna fall. I had my lip gloss fall out of the bag a couple of times, which is not a big deal if you realize, but I would highly suggest to avoid putting things that can pick on top because it's not very secure in that sense. So to sum it up, do I find the bag worth it? Yes, I do really love the bag. I've been loving using it, and I would definitely consider getting the 24 size. However, there are other bags available from other brands that have a friendlier price point, so that does go down into personal preference and personal style. However, the craftsmanship and the quality is going to be different. I do love the variety of leathers and the colors that Hermès offers. And also, if you don't like the H, you have the Hermès I'll that I'm gonna put a picture. I also had been considering trying that one for quite a while. At the end, I decided that I was gonna go for the one that I found in the specs that I wanted first, and in my case it was the Constance, and I really love it. So in case I forgot to cover anything or anyone has any questions about the bag, please let me know in the comment section down below and I'll get to it. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and click the notification bell down below so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you're not done watching, I'm gonna leave you 2 videos right here in case you want to check them out. Thank you and see you on the next one. Bye!